Oh, it's a rematch. Cool. I think this is the blue-red dragon guy. Hand is awful. Okay. So which one do I not want? Steam Vents? Because I already have the Triome. I'm on the play this time, so this carry added's gonna stick. So he cannot just Silumgar Scorn my Dryad, carry added, not Dryad. Okay, a bit too many in the lands department. Just pass, play Growth Spiral in his turn, and then cycle Triome. So 2 cards I could theoretically cruise, but I think I already know what's gonna happen with that. I guess if he taps out a little bit, then I would be fine doing that, but... Shocking. Ooh, he's going for an Anger. Oh, that's actually... No, I have Fabled Passage, right? So that still gives me enough to cruise. Yeah, I have enough to go cruising. I think I actually want my mountain here. I'd like to have 2 red sources. I could gamble a Growth Spiral, but I think that's too risky. Just get the cruise while it's good. Just get a nice fresh free cards. He's going to tap out again, so he needs the blue land for Scorn. Or I'm just gonna jam an Omnath. There's an opt, so he's most likely gonna play it, so that means Omnath is coming. Oh, nope. He's saying loud and clear what he has. So I guess I'm gonna Growth Spiral, try to find the land to see, so I play Omnath. I should have tapped better, of course, because I should have left a white open, not tap both of my white sources. I'll put this on top so I can play Growth Spiral. So I'm just trying to fuel these cruises some more. And if he goes for a Goldspan Dragon, I have the chain play again. I'll go chain into Omnath, and then he needs Glorybringer. Expressive, sure. So I definitely know he does have the counter in his hand, so that's a guarantee. Now I just have to see what I can do with this Omnath. Oh, is he gonna go for double expressive? No. Interesting. Just throw and get away again. Okay, so white, blue, green. Omnath eats a counter. Reveal Goldspan. And I reveal my Charter Cruise. Now he's basically forced to play Goldspan. I don't think he can wait another turn. Oh, he's playing something? Oh, he has his own cruise. Well, now would be a great time to resolve some big stuff. Let's go for Omnath. I need blue, I guess. Okay. Opponent did get it to also cruise, but I think I got a solid turn. And now if the opponent tries to gold span, I have Omnath. Okay, let's go for an expressive iteration if the opponent just let me gonna play with my Omnath. Oh, he's gonna double Draconic Roar it? With no dragon to reveal? Okay. Sure. I really hope I reveal an Omnath off of this. So, Triome in hand. Put the island on bottom and able to cast Carry added. So he doesn't have a dragon in his hand, which is, I think, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So I'd like to cruise again, because I'm guessing you don't have a dragon. I guess he could have an anger, but he could have also baited me by not showing me a dragon, but I do think he does not have a dragon by the way he played. Since he used double Draconic Roar instead of a Glory Bringer to kill my Omnath, and he also didn't go for Gold Span. So cruise the hand, chain bottom, and Ascendancy I'm gonna cast. So I'd like to cast Ascendancy. Yeah, so he was not baiting me, he just literally had nothing. Sylvan Awakening. And that's it for game 1. Like last, so I want, I think all of this stuff. What I don't want is the rocks, this, and a couple of opts. I just really like Aether Gust for just his Gold Span Dragon. If he just goes 5 mana Gold Span, I go Aether Gust. Because usually he's gonna go Gold Span with no mana open just because it makes him a treasure so he can have Scorn up. We're mulling this, keeping this. Don't need the Sylvan Awakening just yet. Now I have the issue of potentially getting Silumgar Scorned, but I think I'm just gonna Growth Spiral. Yeah, Growth Spiral into Expressive Iteration seems like good. Of course, if he just shows me blue-red, then I'm going Carry added. If he's not actually gonna represent having Silumgar Scorn, I'm just gonna go for this. Does he not have it or something? Like, the way he's sequencing it is kind of weird. Because you would have gone for the blue land on 2 to try and... So, I'm guessing he top-decked the Steam Vents? Yeah, so I was right on that. So he was missing land drops and he just top-decked the Steam Vents last turn. He's countering this? No way. Well, you're gonna be really disappointed with this one, opponent. Omnath. Fabled Passage. I guess he's not really gonna be that disappointed. Because my hand's kind of the disappointing thing. I don't want to Expressive Iteration, it's kind of pointless here. I've already made my land drop, so it doesn't do that much. So let's go blue, red, Expressive. Grab the Aether Gust, bottom the mountain, grab the passage. Just play the passage. I think I just swing with Omnath here, nothing else. Don't need to force anything here. I've got an A3 Guts to cover for an Anger of the Gods. I've got an Opt to filter a bit. And I'm swinging for 4. Is he just an elemental? Yeah, okay, no additional types. Cycle the Triome. No real need to do anything, just play it slowly. Glacial Fortress. Put Gigantha into my hand and pass. I guess, actually, I could have cast Gigantha second main here by just fetching for a mountain and casting it. That might have been a good idea. Just so I have Lethal on board with the Growth Spiral. Well, no, then I would need to find another Fabled Passage. I guess that play could go either way. But it is only Fabled Passage to play my Gigantha. I don't care about the Anger of the Gods here. I'm actually really interested how he's just gonna get rid of Omnath, because if he's gonna try and Glorybringer, that's not gonna work. Dragon's Fire, reveal Niv-Mizzet-Parun. I guess I'll opt in response. Actually, this was a mistake. Ooh, this was actually a bad play. Actually, it was actually not a wrong play. This is actually a very smart play that he might not see coming. Because if he tries the Mystical Dispute, he's gonna get wrecked. Oh, ho, ho, he doesn't see it coming. So I'm gonna grab my Forest and I'm gonna Growth Spiral to trigger Omnath's second ability during his turn to make me 4 mana. And with that, I can pay for Mystical Dispute. This, and this. I bet you didn't see that one coming. So actually playing the Opt kind of baited his Mystical Dispute, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can just find a Jeskai Ascendancy and finish this. I guess I'm gonna grab the Mystical Dispute. Omnath to the bottom, and I'm gonna play the Passage. Passage only has a mountain left, so I'm gonna play it immediately and fetch immediately before some unfortunate stuff happens. Cycle. Cruise it up. And this should be Awakening game. And there we go. Okay, looks okay. Turn 2 carry at it. And if I draw a land, I can have a turn 3 Omnath. Was his companion, Lyris. I guess so it's the enchantment deck. The Chain to the Rocks is gonna be pretty nice here. Stone Coil for 2, sure. Block. No land, unfortunately. I guess I just play... Exile this. And just cast Ascendancy, I guess. Just cast Ascendancy and hope I get something to go with Awakening. While he's hitting me with a small creature. Could get a lot bigger if he has an all that glitters. Oh. I guess I just kill him next turn. Hopefully. Could also brick. And I'm also doing it with only 2 lands, so that might be a bit difficult. I might not be able to even cast the Treasure Cruise. Okay, so there's the glitter, but it's not gonna matter. He also missed 1 point of damage. It's not gonna matter, because even if I completely brick, I still exile that. And I also just happen to not brick, so... Oh, it actually comes into play tapped, but it is still irrelevant that I drew it, because now Sylvan Awakening is gonna give me an extra land to work with. Pitch the mountain. Another chain to the rocks. Pitch the Omnath. Yeah, now I should be able to win. I'm just gonna take this in case, since because he's at 31, so there is a small chance I could brick, and I don't really want to risk it here, so. Throw away the Omnath. Grab another cruise. Put this away. Growth Spiral. Okay, just gonna keep that in hand. Okay, that's a nice draw, so I can chain to the rocks, get rid of the last token. Now I just need to get my creatures to 11 power. And I have lethal. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. I could have also gotten them to just 16 power and not needed the chain to the rocks, but it makes it a bit faster. I guess the Radiant Flames could come in, but I think I'm completely fine with what I have. Still, the flames should be. Sylvan Awakening, I think, is basically a fog, so I can keep it in. I'm gonna cut a cruise because this game is gonna be pretty fast. Yeah, I got the ramp, got the Ascendancy. I only wish that that was a carry added. And I don't have a red source, but I have an opt, and Growth Spiral is gonna redraw, so. So, Stone Coil, sure. Okay, now I also have red mana. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have a forest in play, so that's gonna be kind of useless with the Ascendancy. Does he have the 1 mana? Oh no, that's all he's got. So let's fetch, get a forest. And I need the Hallowed Fountain here. So I can Growth Spiral. Then I'm gonna Growth Spiral probably the Glacial Fortress. Yeah, there's the glitter. I think he's holding up the, what is it? The 1 mana gives hexproof to enchanted creature. That would be my guess. There's Omnath. So I can go with, I think Omnath here is fine, even though I don't have the Fabled Passage for next turn. I might die if he has the right cards, but I was not really, there was no real way to prevent that, so I think this gives me the best chance. I can't block anyway because Stonequill has protection from multicolored, so if he has another glitter boon, it's close. And yeah, that's lethal. Couldn't even block with anything, really. So he drew Ethereal Armor off the top, otherwise I think he would have played it last turn. Yep. No Chain to the Rocks that game. I drew Radiant Flames, which was too late. So I'm mainly playing the Radiant Flames not to hit the main enchant creature, but the ones that give indestructible protection and stuff like that, so I can just get rid of all of them at the same time. And then maybe use a Chain to the Rocks to get rid of his main creature. And on the play, I can also sometimes snipe his main creature with a Radiant Flames. Oh, actually, this hand's kind of awkward. I didn't actually check that both of my lands are check lands. Still not terrible. Like, it's still Ascendancy on 3, so... And I can maybe kill on 4, so it's not, like, that terrible. But if I draw an untapped land for Growth Spiral, then this hand becomes a lot better. You could also have Thoughtseize. So... Nope, Stonecoil on 1 again. That's the only X spell I think he runs. Yeah, so we're just going to be Ascendancying on 3. And hope to find 2 more land drops would be nice. Or just a Chain to the Rocks. Oh, he's stuck on lands. Okay. Chain to the Rock. Okay, no, I did not need a 3rd Ascendancy. I really did not need a 3rd Ascendancy. So I need land, so I'm able to Awakening into Growth Spiral, untap my lands. That doesn't really do anything for him. Doesn't really add much damage, but it looks like he might just have a lot of 2-drop. So if I use my Growth Spiral here, then I don't have anything for the Sylvan Awakening. But I guess I just try. Okay, definitely don't cast Sylvan Awakening. That would be really bad. Do I just go Ascendancy and loot and hope to find a land? Yeah, I guess that's the play. And I keep this for the land that I hope to draw. I'm gonna pitch this 3rd Ascendancy because that's definitely not gonna help me. If nothing else, I can try to dig really hard for a Radiant Flames slash Chain to the Rocks next turn if I just completely brick. So I need an untapped land that I can win here. Don't think I can ever whiff if I am able to Growth Spiral after Awakening with double Ascendancy. Okay, there it is. No, it's not. Wow, amazing. Because I have exactly Stomping Ground Mountain, so I can't listen to play untapped. So I'm gonna need to do it like this. Hope for the best. That's kind of awkward. Loot. Expressive Iteration. I guess it's better than another Growth Spiral here. There's Chain to the Rocks. He could have protection from that, I guess. I think I'm gonna be able to fuel up Dig. Okay, there is a Fabled Passage. So now this can get Plains. So Chain. And another Chain. So I don't need the Glacial Fortress now anymore. Also don't need the Radiant Flames. I guess if he gives it Hexproof, then it has Hexproof, like, regardless. Okay, then I'm just gonna chain the other one as well. And I'm just gonna be looting here just to put extra cards in my yard. I don't think there's any card I want more than the 2 already in my hand, so I'm just pitching. Okay, and he should be dead next turn. I get a draw step to loot away with my double Ascendancy, and I have Awakening into Cruise, so... And he also didn't have the protection spell, which I was kind of anticipating when I went for double Chain to the Rocks. So this should be game over. I'm gonna pitch the Chain to the Rocks most likely if I get another... Okay, that's worse. That's also worse. Yeah, okay. Okay, turn 2 carry at turn 3 Omna. Seems reasonable. Looks like this is blue-black control, so unfortunately Censor is going to be a thing here. So it looks like we'll be waiting with this Omnath. But don't want to get censored. I'm going to cycle this other trio. Looks like aggro doesn't really exist here anymore. Just Niv and control. I guess the Aura's deck is aggro. Put Giganta in my hand and pass. So I'm gonna play around Censor, so I'm gonna shock and play Giganta. Not gonna let him censor. Okay, got a counter spell for Giganta. That is very good value. He has a censor here. This is just really bad. Because he's gonna probably counter this with a Sinister Sabotage, and then if this eats the censor, I'm gonna be kinda sad. Oh, no censor. And I just pass. You can't dig third time, which is 5 mana, and there's no real way you can remove Ascendancy from blue-black, so... Well, I guess being blue-black. Let's not say from blue-black. Could also try to go for the kill, but I think I can just wait a turn if he had nothing to do this turn. Yeah, cycle censor. So if he had another so if I had gone for Giganta to get his Sinister Sabotage, then I could have had some issues here. So now I get to loot away these chains to the rocks. Let's see what he does about the second. 1, 2, 3. I guess I go second Ascendancy first. If he goes for counter, he dies. I'm just trying to bait out a counter so Sylvan Awakening can go through. I pitched Omnath so I can keep my Growth Spiral, so I can... Now 2 mana spells actually gain me mana, so... Blue... Green... Loot... Well, I do still want to keep the Omnath to cast. That'd be nice, so that's my 3rd Omnath gone. Oh, I guess this Omnath's gone as well. Yeah, don't really need that right now. Rather just pitch it. So I just want to find my 2nd Sylvan Awakening. That's basically what I'm doing here. Blue, red. Triumph's better than a random land. Chain to the Rocks for the untap trigger. Cruise. Oh. Ah! Why do I forget how expressive iteration works? Oh, there's no point in not playing this land now. So I was already a big enough idiot and just completely threw away a 2nd cruise while having a full yard. Let's see if he... So my guess is he's got a Torrential Gearhulk in his hand and he's waiting here to see a Sylvan Awakening. But it looks like this might be... It's like, yeah, it's not good enough bait for him yet. I want him to take the bait, but it looks like it's not good enough for him yet. He's literally just waiting for the Sylvan Awakening. Come on. Come on. It's a juicy, juicy cruise. Okay, I guess I found the 2nd one anyway, so. So if my guess was correct, he has the Gearhulk for this. And if my guess was wrong, then I have no idea what he's doing. And maybe he has just a blank hand and he's trying to scare me. Yep, correct guess. He had a Gearhulk. And he was waiting to counter my Awakening once he saw that I have this many Ascendancies. Fortunately, I already saw that plan coming, so... I basically looted and searched until I found the 2nd copy. And you died to the 2nd copy now. And opponent scoops it up. Bring in the hate. Where's the counter magic? Get rid of the Chains to the Rocks. Guess I can bring in another tracker here for this matchup. Again, the ops go out. Actually, no. 1 Sylvan Awakening, put back an opt. I should not have that many Sylvan Awakenings because of Shadow's Verdict. So if I ever use it to try and attack and 2-shot him, then I could just lose all my lands. So I basically almost never want 2 in my hand. So I should be completely fine with just... So basically, if you have 3 in your deck, you really want to draw that card every single time, but you don't mind drawing 2. If you have a playset, you more or less just don't mind drawing any number of them. At least that's how I see it. And you have a 1-of that you like. Sometimes you hope you draw, but you don't need it consistently. Dang, this is interesting. She's blue-black. I think the Ascendancy might just have to go away, because I don't think I'm going to be trying to play it early. I think I'm just going to try to iteration. I guess... Well, I still don't want to draw basic. That's... Hopefully we don't have last league situation where I just straight up draw all my basics. So get islands, so I can go Temple Garden Spiral. Okay, that's a nice land. That helps. So if he taps for a cycle, I'm gonna Growth Spiral. Now I'm actually not gonna do anything here. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to get censored because I don't have a good play on my turn, so I can't punish him with a good play. Now if he censors, I have expressive iteration that I can get full value off of. That might have been a mistake, but I want to have a lot of lands in this matchup. So I don't think it's that bad going for that. Ooh. I think I'm actually gonna take Tracker. I have double Fabled Passage. Gonna grab. I guess I could have gone Mountain Ascendancy and force a counter. That actually was smarter than taking the land because the Ascendancy was gonna go away anyway. That might have been smarter. Or at least a smarter move. Shark Typhoon Cycle. Illumination, sure. I'm not gonna Mystical Dispute because I want to fight next turn over my Tracker. And Tracker is not blue, so he can't really use Mystical Dispute on it. I also need to wait with the land drop because that's how Tracker works. Tracker is basically like Omnath. But he's much better at drawing cards if he well, yeah, I guess he is much better. He can put Blast Zone to 3, but I guess that's actually pretty smart. He could just put Blast Zone to 3, so I could never realistically Jeskai Ascendancy. Because I think that was actually the smarter play than the Shark Typhoon. Just put Blast Zone on 3 so I can't Ascendancy combo. I actually don't. I guess I would have to force him to do it. Maybe try to kill him with Tracker. That'd maybe get him. So I'm not gonna crack this Fabled Passage until he forces me to do it. I ain't gonna crack the Clue end of turn. I can't access blue end of turn with that, but I don't really care. If he tries to kill here in response, then sure. I'll just go Fabled Passage crack. Yeah. Oh, so he had a Heartless Act. Oh, I didn't think about that. I could have actually played around this Heartless Act, but I didn't know that was his exact removal spell. Because that doesn't work if I have +1/+1 counter on my creature. Well, that's also a nice draw. Yeah, I still have a Forest, so I can make more mana. So I want to save the land drop for after Omnath. And I can also pay for his dispute. And now the Shark is basically useless because every turn I'm just going to play a land and heal for it. I have 2 threats on the table. But he can set up a... Oh, actually, now he might die just to my Omnath. Unless he has something to play. What is this? 4 mana. Dig through time? But you need double blue. Yeah, okay, so it's dig. Oh, it's Extinction Event. He's getting rid of his Shark. Cool. As long as his Blast Zone's not going to 3, I'm perfectly happy. The Fabled Passage is a blank now. I guess start off with an Ascendancy. And loot. Try to find a cruise, maybe. So the Fabled Passage is completely useless, so get rid of it. Well, here's a new Omnath, since you had so much trouble getting rid of it the last time. And actually, I can actually make more mana again. So he's got... Oh. Thought he actually had a dig through time that might have gotten him back in the game, but a Blast Zone on 2 is not really that impressive. like the turn he made a Shark Typhoon token is, I think, where he sort of gave away his advantage. Now I'm just gonna try and kill him with my Omnath. Of course, I can just find what is it? The 2 mana. The Sylvan. Is it Sylvan Awakening? I think it is. So first, I think I'm gonna cruise, just get the maximum number of cards into my hands. Might run out of blue mana soon, but he might run out of life points first, or run out of health first. I guess Gear Hulk is, well, but Gear Hulk makes it so he can't use, what is it? Blast Zone. Oh, there's Sylvan Awakening, I guess. There go both my expressive iterations. Oh! You need to counter this or you die, so... This time I don't mind running it out immediately because I have Omnath to threaten lethal. Huh? What is this? Black-blue colorless? What is this? Oh, a Desperate Shark Typhoon cycle. Oh, okay. So he made it a 1-1 so he can chump Omnath. So that's smart, but now Gear Hulk's not working. No, he found... Oh, wait, what? Why would you respond with an Aether Gust when I still have a loot on the stack? Okay, I would like to draw and discard. I would like to draw the Sylvan Awakening again. Wow. I think the opponent is just, yeah. I am on the play, so... Okay, gotta... I'm not gonna say a great hand, because I really only have a Jeskai Ascendancy and lands, but... You can win with that. Luris. So, Blue, White, and Soul would be my shot in the dark. That's the most likely deck, I think. Or Burn. Not sure which one of... I don't think any of those runs Fabled Passage, though. But Luris deck runs Fabled. So, Arcanist? Arcanist run I think it might run Fabled Passage for Croxus. It could be Black Red Arcanist. Yeah, it's Arcanist. No other deck. Oh no, wait, what? It's blue-black Luris control? Oh! Let's turn around real quick. But I guess if he doesn't have Thoughtseize, it's fine. Wait, what? It's Mill? It's actually Mill. Okay, never mind. It's actually Mill. Was completely wrong on that one, but I haven't seen a Mill deck yet. Breaking. You usually use that on yourself. So, he's running probably Crabs, Breaking as the worst version of the 2 mana Mill 10. What else? What are some other Mill spells? There are probably a lot of Mill spells, but I don't know which are actually... Stop drawing the basics, please! Like, I hate this so much. This happened in the first league. I opened my hand with 2 Triomes and a Fabled Passage. Out of the 5 cards I drew all 4 of my basics. And then the Fabled Passage just became useless. And I couldn't fetch a passage because I went tap land, untap land, Growth Spiral, play a land, then go Omnath, and I drew with Omnath, and it was already, I had all 4 basics in my hand. 1 in play. Luckily, I still have 1 more left, and he doesn't know I have 2 more in hand, so my Fabled Passage is useless now. So he's probably got Drown in the Lock and some other stuff in his hand. I'm really just tempted to just use this Chain to the Rocks as a very bad Fateless looting. Do I go for Giganta first? Guess I'll play Island Giganta. I'll eat a Drown in the Lock, sure. Giganta's not gonna get much more value than this, so... Show me. We're gonna need to win with Sylvan Awakening this game anyway, so... Oh, 1's already in my bin, so there's only 2 left. There's Drown in the Lock, as anticipated. I really don't know what other, like... I guess he could be running just Rogues. Just Rogues with... I don't know why he's running Breaking exactly in Rogues, but... Because I don't really think you need to be doing that. But he's running Field of Ruin, which kind of seems like a non-Rogues card. Even though the deck like he's playing is probably the best suited to go with Rogues. He probably has... What is this? Something story into the story? I think it's the card. Oh, right. Cacophony's also a mill spell. Hits another one of my Chain to the Rocks. Sure, you can hit more of them if you want to. Cycle off my 3 basics. 1 mana Cruise. Okay. The downside of the opponent's deck, I get to play 1 mana Treasure Cruise. But actually my yard is so full that he can still Drown in the Lock me, even after a fully delved Cruise. Okay, just Pitch Passage. Just Pitch Passage first of all. Don't think of oh, good. Okay, not too great. So I need to find Sylvan Awakening, and then I think he dies because I have enough 1-drop cards. Okay, there's another. So I guess we go Ascendancy now first. So we're gonna get 2 untapped triggers. Get rid of the Forest now. And go for a big chunky Cruise again. If he's... No, he can't have Zaretsan, right? He's got Lurrus, so he can't even Zaretsan me, so... I should have made a blue there, that was my bad. But I'm probably casting Expressive Iteration anyway. Don't need that, because we're trying to win. There it is, our win spell. Or win con, I should say. Go for this, and then we're gonna go for Awakening and finish this. I'm gonna stop drawing cards in case something goes horribly wrong. I don't want to deck out for a random reason. Really? He was waiting with a counter for this? He let everything else go through and he was waiting for this. Oh no, he's just adding 3 mana and scooping. Okay, well, that's a different story. Disputes. Not sure about the negate. I definitely don't want the tracker and the Chain to the Rocks. I guess there's 1 more slot left, so go in negate. He could have Ego, so I'm gonna bring in the Monastery Mentor. And cut an Opt, I guess. I always like just cutting Opt. Like with the next set, when the Surveil Opt comes out, then it might be a different story on what I'm cutting. It might just not be the Surveil Opt. I might be cutting some other things. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, almost every... No. Oh, this is the exact, like, repeat of game 1. Except I have, like... Actually, no. This is the exact repeat. Just I have different colors of lands. It was Jeskai Ascendancy with 2 basics. And a 5 land hand. Like, it's exactly the same. It is the exact same hand. Yeah, there it is. Crabioli. There goes one awakening. I didn't cut any, right? I was not that dumb. Oh. Yummy. Opponent's gonna crab me into a turn 3 cruise. I love it. Oh, that's why you... Right, that's why you can't play Mill in Pioneer. I just remembered. Why do you never see this deck? Because Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time exist, and unless you want to see Ancestral... What is it? Ancestral Recall every single turn? You might just need to take Cruise here. Like, both... Whoa, okay, never mind. Yeah, Croxa as well. Yeah, that's also really bad for you. But you can exile Croxa. Like... If you sideboard, like, you could theoretically beat Croxa, but I don't think there's a way you beat Dig in Treasure Cruise. So we're just going for Omnath here. Green, white, blue, and blue here. So opponent took my Jeskai Ascendancy and just said, I'm never gonna play a land again. And I say, deal. Well, that's not a smart thing to do. He did not hit my islands, which is good. So he could just die here if I find the Ascendancy. Let's get my island. Cruise it up. And opponent just, okay, final boss. Oh, I play against this guy, I think, almost every day. Is he still on the blue-green ramp deck? Oh, he actually demolished me last time with the blue-green ramp deck, because I just drew absolutely abysmal. Like, I don't think I should ever lose with Jeskai Ascendancy against blue-green ramp, but the last time I played, he just... I could not get a third land. I think game 1, game 2, I just could not draw a third land. I think I had, game 1, I had 5 draw steps towards, a third land, and I couldn't find a single one. Oh, okay, yeah, that's an okay 2-drop. That's an okay thing to have as a 2-drop. Does the Neo... Well, if you would play Neo... Actually... Does the Neoform combo work in Pioneer with anything? But that then wouldn't be Grixis anymore. I'm thinking, like, if you could have a Temur Arcanist deck. Temur Arcanist deck that then has, like, 1-drop elves that you can Neoform into. That you can, like, turn 1 elves, turn 2 Neoform into Arcanist. Oh, please, don't just turn 3 Ulamog me again. So I think that's what happened the first time I played against... well, I think it was Friday? I think I played on Friday with this deck. Okay. Looks like he changed his deck a bit. But he's also mana screwed, so... Yeah. But you at least have the option. Oh, right, you get expressive iteration. But the problem is, how do you... How do you get the Arcanist to more than 1 power consistently? Like, you probably are running Claim to Fame, but if you're running too many 2-drops, it's hard to consistently get Arcanist to more than 1 power. Unless you actually, you could play the 1-drop from Strixhaven that went on Magecraft, makes a creature 2 power. And you can build it that, and that's like your budget Delver. You could play it with that. I guess I'll use this for red. Actually, I think I just have the kill here. What am I doing? I wanted to just to opt for some reason when I just have the kill here. Okay, rather have a Growth Spiral than a dud. Grab the Giganta to my hands before I opt. So I can pitch it, then I get to keep Growth Spiral still. There we go. Playing optimally for a change. Expressive Iteration. Growth Spiral. Okay, opponent scoops. Okay. We might have a shot. So, Mystical Disputes for sure. I think I also want the negate and just get rid of the Chain to the Rocks from the tracker. Actually, all his spells are also green. I'll just bring in the Gust. I guess he could be running some counter magic, so let's cut an opt and a cruise, because we're aiming for a short game. Or shorter game, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna hope that this opt gets me there. Because I think this hand is pretty good. So he's gotten... I guess this counts as a tap land. I wanted to say, like, the opponent has no, like, blue-green tap land, so he's probably doesn't have too many lands, but this does count as a tap land. I still think he doesn't have too many lands. Well, I guess that does help him. I have to take this. Even though it's a tapped green source, I don't think I can be too picky here. If I draw another green source, then wonderful, but... Okay, yeah, that's not... Well, it's also tapped, but I'd rather keep the Fabled Passage for my Omnath. What if I go stronger? What if I get higher? What if I start doing things I know I will regret? Nothing good's gonna happen if I let that resolve. So no. Okay, so we're gonna go Growth Spiral, Omnath. No, Growth Spiral, Omnath. Yeah, that would be nice. Growth Spiral, Caryatid. Fetch up my forest here. Then next turn I'm gonna go Omnath and we're gonna pop off, hopefully. Why? Like, that's the actual basic I wanted to have in my deck. Why did it have to appear? There's the Omnath. And there's the Ascendancy, okay. Guess we could just have it all, I guess. So I want red because I have Iteration and I don't really have anything white in my deck. Jeskai Ascendancy. The combo. Opt. Another Omnath. I guess, if I get Ulamogged. Ah, dang, green mana floating. I don't. So he's gonna have. I guess I just top because of World Breaker. I don't want to lose. I don't want to just straight up not be able to do anything because he World Breakers me. Grab the iteration. Put this on bottom and just with the remaining green and this, just cast a carry at it and pass. So I should be able to kill next turn, regardless of what he does on this turn. So I played like this, so if he goes Castle World Breaker, he can't kill my Ascendancy, but if he doesn't have anything, then he's just, whoo, he's in a lot of trouble now. Blue, white, red, Ascendancy. It should be just game over. The spicy cards, and I can also play around Mystical Disputes, so I don't actually think I want to loot here. I think I've got some pretty good cards. So let's grab the Gigantha. Let's go for Expressive Iteration. And let's just add a ton of mana. And this should be the 5-0. Quite nice, quite nice. Solve Expressive. Put the land in my hand. This here and cruise. I want to have this in my hand. Randomly mash buttons so we can cruise faster. I guess he could have a fog in theory, but he should use the fog before I find an Aether Gust, so. Or that. That also works, I guess. Play a land. How much do I have right now? So he blocks 2, he takes 12, 24. I guess we could get some extra here. Okay, I think, nope, the opponent didn't scoop yet. Just MTGO being a bit buggy. Play the land, so I just, because I'm too lazy to tap a creature to make blue. Don't care what this Expressive Iteration does, so click, click, click. And now we go swing and try to kill you with a ton of 10-10s and a 15-15. If you have double fog, then sir, you officially got me. You officially got me. This is the only reason that this Ascendancy version is worse than the modern one, is that you can't like sideboard grab a way to kill your opponents.